What is up, everybody? DanDanTheFireman here. Today, we're going to be going over crashes and close calls utilizing my fire service knowledge and MSF Rider Coach knowledge. But we do have a sale. Let's go ahead and pause that. We do have a sale right now going on. Go drill 25 for 25% off the digital drill booklet, so you can go practice in a parking lot. It's a lot of fun. Go to link in the description. Go drill 25. Let's jump right into this video.
Hey guys, today we are starting with the rider who was taken by surprise by the driver making a big mistake.
Oh, what did the driver do? Sharp left turn.
Reaction.
Sharp left turn. Oh. Okay, so that driver should have completely stopped. I get it. A little bit of a panic. So we're in the middle of a turn and we slammed the brakes. So my best guess here, and this is kind of like what I recognize when I'm riding out in the mountains, when somebody's being nice and is pulling over, more than likely, you can kind of see it. Oh, I don't have my pen out, guys. I don't have my pen out. More than likely, this person ran out of shoulder to kind of let this next person go, and they didn't want to like stop completely. So yeah, they ran out of shoulder here, and they're still moving, so they decided to go out. So think of it kind of like a merging situation. Pretty scary. It's not something you want to deal with, especially when you're out riding. So if this ever happens, just your buddy's going to get there, this guy's going to get in the middle, and you're going to get here, and then more than likely the next turn off, that person's going to let you go. Or if you have like a nice slotted yellow, not a solid line, go ahead and pass them at that point on a straightaway. Try not to do it on a turn. But yeah, we come up to here. Let's go ahead and go back just a little bit. So we're coming up to here. This person lets this person go. They're still moving. They're still moving. So then how did we crash right there? You can see his hand on the front brake right there. You can see his hand on the front brake. So in the middle of a turn, a little bit of a panic, slam the front brake, and then dump the bike. So also, I mean, at the whole point of this is to anticipate some of this stuff. Wear gear just in case you do crash. Part of the Smart Rider principles that we all follow here is acquire and use personal protective equipment just in case. He's got full gear. He's got full leathers. Very good. But yeah, there's a little bit of a panic break. Went up and over, a little high side. There goes the hands down. So watch out for any collarbone breaks, wrist injuries, maybe even elbow breaks, but definitely shoulder injuries in this part. Protect your head. There's the head going right into the ground. That's why we have a helmet, so we can protect ourselves from a massive concussion. If we do have a little bit of a headache, that's considered a concussion. So you did have one. So overall, crappy situation. The guy should have waited, but let's see what we can do ourselves. All right, interesting angle. We are knee dragging here. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Welcome, Julius, to the crew. Oh, hit a little bit. Don't panic. Very good. Did not panic. Just ripped it off. Not a big deal. All right. What do we got here? Oh, and hit a car. There was a wreck previous, and there was a lot of sand and oil right on an apex. We didn't see it, and down we go. Oh, both of them. So there's an issue. So they probably hit. Those cars hit and then created some oil on the ground. We are filming with a potato, so it's kind of hard to see. So we hit the ground, a road surface hazard. This is one of those uncommon things that can happen, and this is, once again, why we wear full protective gear, because we want to make sure, just in case, we're able to not have as many injuries. It's hopefully going to mitigate some stuff. But both of the guys fell down, unless they were on the same bike. Yeah, there's not much you could do in that situation. That sucks. Wear gear just in case, and they got full gear. Very good. They weren't going super fast. That still sucks, though.
I just saw your bike flying. Damn it. We wasn't even going fast.
Yeah. Road surface hazards will do that. Lost traction because of the oil or sand. All right, Paul Park Rider. Nice, easy ride, 50 miles an hour, kind of chilling. Increase your space cushion just a little bit. You can still talk to each other on your Cardo Pack Talk edges. Oh, what do we got? Oh, black ice. Yeah, it's probably really cold out. Maybe that's why they're going pretty slow. You see a little bit of a tear on his knee, which is a sign that his gear worked. So let's see if you can see it on his knee. Kind of a little bit right there. A little bit of a tear on his knee. So that would have been your flesh. That could have been your patella. So not good. So this is the issue right here. So there's some black ice. So it's just very thin ice. It's going to be slippery, especially in the middle of the turn. That sucks. That's terrible. Terrible situation. And you're like, why did his buddy not crash? Well, he probably didn't hit the same spot as you. Overall, terrible. Hopefully the bike is doing fine. He's got some crash guards, so hopefully everything is protected. Handlebars might be all screwed up. Mirrors a little bit screwed up. Exhaust a little screwed up. As long as it's still running, grab a Sharpie. Start painting some of that stuff down. Oof. Let's take a look at the next one. All right, going through the corners. Blind corner until here. Now you can see good. Okay, blind corner once again. Now here. Uh-oh. Got distracted. Good job preventing a crash. Applying the brakes. So imagine if he was going 5, 10, 20 miles an hour faster than this, he would have went off the road. So the fact that he's going at an appropriate speed is pretty much what saved him. So we watch a lot of these crashes and close calls. We watch a lot of these crashes and close calls, and it's because they're going so fast that they actually don't stay on the road. So here, he's going at pretty good speed. Oh crap, apply the brakes. He would have went off. He wouldn't have been able to navigate that. So go within your skill level. Don't speed. Did a great job.
I can see very easily at a certain point where I just, I give up. It's like right here.
Okay, that's an easy turn.
There.
Why do you give up?
Hey,
found an escape.
If I committed to the turn, there might be a chance that I crash into the guardrail. I am only riding for like a year now.
Okay.
I'm not a super experienced rider yet. And I decided that the ditch was much safer.
Okay, well, nice little after-action review. He says he gave up. So, guys, what do? We don't give up. We target fixate on the appropriate thing. So we're going to come up to here.
Here.
So he gave up, and he target fixated on this spot right here. Now, you want to target fixate on the turn, the exit of the turn, what you can see. So it's blind over here, but you target fixate over here. You keep looking. You just keep looking. If you get a little distracted, you're like, oh, crap, what's this? You're like, no, I need to focus. And then you tell yourself over here, almost like you're your own instructor. It's like, no, look, over here, over here, over here, over here. Like you tell yourself that, and you'll actually navigate through that.
There.
Because you could just continue looking this way instead of looking over here. Now, if you get into this situation, it's like, thankfully we have a sidewalk here. So we're coming up to here. Now look over here. Okay, that's going to be your new exit. That's a new path of travel. So don't keep looking over here like, oh, crap, I'm in a panic now. Keep looking over here then. Just look over there and do like a 10-point turn to get yourself out of there.
I knew if I committed to the turn, there might be a chance.
Just don't panic.
Into the guardrail.
And if you start to panic, right? So part of the MTC awareness stage is brown is panic mode. You can go back into red. So red is going to be focused on the actual turn. Panic is going to be focused on this grass right here. So you're going to have to tell yourself.
I'm not a super experienced rider yet. And I decided...
Good after action, though.
...ditch was much safer.
Almost caught me by surprise. Okay. So we have a stupid cager here. Oh, open lane pattern. So that person wasn't paying attention. Good job on us for recognizing that. And didn't slam the brakes too hard. So we got this person. So we switched over. So we did our own open lane. Let's go back just a little bit. So we're over here. That person just switched over an open lane. Okay, but we have a nice space cushion here. Nice space cushion. Now we have a new lane, and we decided to switch over. It is an HOV lane. I believe in California we're allowed to do that as motorcyclists because it's just us. So there's that open lane right there. So this person does not want to be stuck behind him. This is a nice open lane. We recognize this. We are nice and staggered. We have a nice space cushion. So we're not in the blind spot. If we were in the blind spot, we would have gotten hit. So good job on this rider. So there's the brakes. A little bit, a lot of it. That's a new one. So we got a lot of front brake, but thankfully we're in a straight line. We didn't panic too hard. Maybe has ABS. And then he switched over. Okay, so that's an open lane pattern. So we switched over, they switched over. Look at this lane. It's moving. Their lane isn't. And watch out for any of these other people switching over too. So just because we handled that one and it's like over, watch out for these other ones too. So maintain a good space cushion. Riding at night, no gloves.
Standing between riders and in the fall. Additionally, the lack
Okay, we got some brake lights. Intersection coming up.
consequences.
There's the... Okay. Oh! So we looked left, but we didn't turn left. Now, one thing that can really help out with this situation is talking on those Cardo Pack Talk edges. There is a discount in the description, 10% right now. So if you want to grab one, go ahead. Oh, so he's guarding his right arm. Take a look at the shadow. So he's guarding his right arm. So more than likely there's an injury to that arm, maybe broken radius ulna right here. Maybe an injury to the elbow. But either way, he's holding it, and that's when you know you have an injury. Maybe shoulder too. Broken collarbone. Yeah. Whoa! Yoink. Good job swerving. Good job navigating that and applying the brakes. Look at that. Uncommon thing. Maybe the guy's tires are bald. Bald tires right there will cause that. Probably slam the brakes. You see the cars in front of him after the crash. Slam the brakes, just lost traction. So he's probably trying to stop so he wasn't going to hit them, but bald tires. So part of what we do here is making sure our tires are actually doing well and actually have good tread, good life and everything. No real damage on the sidewalls. And so if you have bald tires, that's what's going to happen to you. But we don't have basically stabilizers, which is 4 tires. We only have 2. So once we start sliding, we're going to fall down. So that's a good representation of bald tires and slamming the brakes. We're just going to fall down and crash. So he lost control. We're going to lose control. But good job on this rider, Josh Briones, for applying the brakes and finding that escape path. So it was really good. Yeah, so he found that escape path right there. And then he's like, oh, that thing's coming at me. So I'm going to apply the brakes. I don't want to run it over. Good job. There's some good videos in this one. Oh. I mean, it's a good video. The bike just wants to stay upright. So what happened here? So we look to the right. Maybe a hot girl. Oh, crap. Yeah, don't get too distracted. We went into white stage just for a quick second here. Let's see what he was looking at. I can't tell. But he does have a cardopactoc edge. You see that on there? Yeah. Oh, crap. So then this is the moment of panic, trying to do something. A little bit of a swerve. So let's see what kind of injuries we might have. MotoStars, you blurred it. So right arm, right leg. Since he got launched up, it probably caught his right leg. So we're talking about knee injuries, possible femur injuries, hip injuries, foot injuries, tib-fib injuries, and then fell on the ground. A little bit of a tumble. Oh. So that's one of those big things about paying attention. See how we're riding in the middle of the lane? I like to be off to the sides. So let's put me like right here or like right here, off to the sides. Because if something does happen, it's an easier swerve to the shoulder, or it's an easier swerve into like a lane splitting situation. And so if you're not paying attention, all of a sudden you're like, oh crap, you're able to just do a quick one. But if we're right in the middle, we're gonna have to swerve pretty far to the sides. So that's part of what I do when it comes to position for safety. We're looking for good escape paths, looking for great line of sight, and then space cushions. So an escape path, line of sight, if you have great line of sight straight down like a lane splitting situation, well, that's your escape path also. That's a great one. And then your space cushion, try to keep a space cushion. If you can't, that line of sight in that lane splitting position will have that space cushion that's way ahead. You're just going to remove your space cushions to the side, just like if you're lane splitting. So position yourself a little bit off to the sides. Yeah. Because imagine if we were like right here, back there, because I think he hit this vehicle. So imagine if we were like right there, all we had to do was let's go ahead and remove that. So if we're like right here, all we had to do is do this real quick if we weren't paying attention. The goal is not to like have to do an escape path, but if we had to, there you go. Instead of being like in the back and then having to do that. Yeah, so position yourself a little bit off to the sides. Chatting, talking, open lane pattern right there. Maybe the truck wants to switch over. Yep. Accelerate, don't rev bomb. Got very lucky. I think the only reason why the truck moved over is because he got into the peripheral vision. Right there. Audio is not really going to do much. So we have an open lane pattern here. Our left lane is moving. That truck is stuck behind that car. And he's like, okay, I'm just going to go. So at this point, either apply the brakes, do some good progressive braking, or accelerate yourself out of there. Rev bombing, all that does is removes power to your rear wheel. So you pull in the clutch and then you give it some throttle. Well, guess what? You're actually slowing down because you're slowing down a little bit. You're coasting at that point for that little bit of time. And you can't accelerate when you're doing that. Oh, another open lane pattern. Pay attention, pay attention. Ooh. So, in essence, we were going a little bit too fast.
Examining the entire situation, we can see that the bike was initially distracted by the driver in the red car, causing him to notice the braking car in front of him too late.
So we're going too fast for the flow of traffic. So if that red car didn't even do that, we would have probably been in a bad spot. Let's take a look. So we're coming up to here. We're going a little too fast. So my best guess, he was going to come up to here and take this lane, but then he still had to watch out for that. So if we're coming up into here and we still take this lane and this person's stopping, we're going to have to do really good progressive braking or find an escape path into there. So we got a question here. So you keep mentioning to be in the outer lane or left or right for escape pathing, but does that open you up for people pushing you out of your lane? Yeah, it does. It does. But once again, when somebody pushes you out of your lane, just go ahead and get yourself in a better position for safety. It happens sometimes. It rarely happens. But when it does, just put yourself in a new position, because if you're constantly behind somebody, you're opening yourself up to a possibility there. So just put yourself in the outer sides. And if somebody does take your spot, just go ahead and put yourself in a new spot. It's not a big deal. The goal is not to get hit. So right here, we got pushed out a little bit. But what we're going to do anyways, we're just going too fast for the area.
By closely examining,
and so if you get pushed into this spot,
the bike was
go for
by the driver,
that escape right in between the vehicles if you can't stop in time. Because there's no escape to the left. Your total stopping distance, that's space cushion, but your total stopping distance isn't good enough. Yeah, his shoe came off. There we go. Total stopping distance. So he has to perceive it, he has to react, and then you have to actually have braking distance. And there's not enough braking distance right here. So you're going to have to do a swerve. Let's move on. All right. We're leaving a car wash. Watch out for the water. No, it's a gas station. Watch out for water. Oh, a little bit slippery. Were we going over the sidewalk? Okay, it's just like an exit that you can take. So once we hit that concrete, a little bit slippery with water. Terrible situation, but go over it nice and easy until you get on some dry pavement and then accelerate a little bit. You can coast out. You can do nice and easy friction zone, slow speed stuff on the way out. Oh, a little bit of dirt, loss of traction, but when in doubt, throttle it out. Are we on a street bike? No. Because I could see that being an issue. No, we're not. Yeah. A little bit soft. A little bit soft. I did a lot of that on the Sportster. So right leg, watch out. All right, moving on. Getting cut off by car in the wrong lane. Okay. Roundabouts. Okay, roll up the throttle. Let him in. Move on. Doing well. Doing well. Let's see if we can hit 200 likes, guys.
These riders took quite a risk by...
So look at this position. This is what I want to talk about real quick. So right now we're kind of in the middle, but we have good line of sight. We're talking about position for safety. We have good line of sight. We have a decent space cushion with the guy in front of us. The line of sight is a little bit blocked by him. We can't see the car. But the line of sight that we can see way up here is really good. And that's also your escape path if you need it. So you can also escape towards the line. You can escape towards the next lane. Check your mirrors. Do a head check before you do that. So always keeping yourself in a good position by looking. So orient yourself a little bit. And then, so yeah, we have escape paths, line of sight, and a decent space cushion. This is what I'm looking for right here.
Overtaken the right side. One of the drivers...
See how you can see around the vehicle?
Additionally failed.
So right now, if this truck slammed the brakes, let's say this guy's more upright, he's not switching lanes, he's just going to go forward. He's not going to hit the vehicle. So that's the point of positioning.
To check properly and putting these riders in trouble.
So watch out for open lane. That person might not want to be stuck behind them. Okay, good escape. Good escape. Accelerated through. You have to do that sometimes. That was really good. So when I talk about finding the escape and then either emergency braking, emergency swerving, or emergency acceleration. So right here, we're in the middle of the lane. Sees the person come over. We're just going to position ourselves a little bit off to the side. and then we're going to accelerate to get ourselves out of there. Sometimes you have to do that. And if you're in a car, you wouldn't be able to do that. And they would have done it to a car anyways. So Steven, here we go. Roundabout. So this is an orange stage situation because we're in an intersection area, possible collisions, just like that. So good job on this rider for probably looking at his mirrors, recognizing, hey, I'm going to go ahead and take a right, but I'm going to do a head check and a mirror check. And he sees this idiot and decides not to turn until that person goes past. Good job. Okay, side of the vehicle, find the escape. Good job. So he was applying the brakes to buy himself some time because there's not much of an escape to the right, but there's that side of the vehicle. Let's get up to here. So let's see. So he's going decent speed. Okay, all of a sudden we see side of the vehicle. Uh-oh, we're going to reposition. Instead of be right here, we're going to reposition over there because we don't know if this person's going to punch out a lot like that. And we're going to apply the brakes to buy ourselves some time because if they do take our lane, we're going to switch lanes. But if we just accelerated in there to give them a rev bomb and make a video, we'd put ourselves in danger. So good job on this rider for doing this, buying themselves some time by applying the brakes, recognizing those tires are still turned towards that inner lane. So, hey, I think I'm good, but I'm going to still keep applying the brakes. And look, we're able to match the speed instead of like going and shooting past, because if we're shooting past and that person still was in our lane, we would have hit them. So good job. Great way to handle it. Open lane? No, not really. That person has a good spot, but you never know. So just pay attention to that. Once they cross that line, yep, they cross the line. He's making an indicator or he's honking, and he's going to switch over. So good job positioning off. Yeah, that's what I look for. So right here, it's like, kind of in the blind spot. But once those tires start getting closer to that line that they're on, if they can't draw within the lines, see how it's like right on the line, the tire right there? Once I see that, yeah, I'm already switching over. So good job on the situational awareness from this rider. And that's it. You're going to lose. Good job. Nice little wave, not an issue. Another side of the vehicle, the guy was supposed to stop. Good job, not going super fast. This is typical riding. Person coming out, probably didn't see you. Unintentional blindness. Yeah. Unintentional blindness. Other car drivers are looking for car drivers because that's all they see and that's what they're doing. As a motorcyclist, we tend to see other motorcycles. And so we see all of it. But some people just are blind to it. Quite literally, the brain does not recognize motorcycle riders. Oh, is that a kangaroo? Is that a wallaby? Dude needs to learn how to hop. Probably road surface hazard right there. The wallaby hit a nice little... That's a kangaroo. I guess it's like the deer out there in Australia where they just come out and they get hit all the time like deer out here. So just be careful. Rain, so side of the vehicle. Good job. Slowing it down. Rev bomb, I prefer not to, but he's successful in not hitting that vehicle, so I'm okay.
Target fixation was the main cause of this rider's problems, who ultimately didn't panic, allowing him to...
Okay, going pretty fast in these blind corners, but the corners seem to be fine. As long as our skill level matches, you can deal with the cops if you want to, but it looks like our skill level didn't match. Please, please, please keep it up. Ooh, got lucky. So right here, when I'm out riding in the mountains or anywhere really, when I'm driving too, I have my GPS just like that. So when I talk about having GPS on the handlebars, I say, hey, it's kind of like, playing Grand Theft Auto or playing a racing game where you see like the map coming up and you know where to go. That really helps out because right now we have a turn that's blind, right? You can't see, but you can see it here. You can prepare for it right there. Now I get it. The guy shouldn't have been going that fast, right? Okay, cool. We understand that. But we're going to go and take what we can out of this. So it's kind of like, yeah, a little mini map. So you got a little mini map here. And so he knows that the turn is going to go right, then it's going to turn left pretty sharp, but you can't see it right here. So this gives you information when it comes to being in the MTC awareness stages on corners and stuff like that. So you're going to be in orange stage, a lot of it, but it is going to help you out when it comes to planning your ride because then you're able to position yourself before the turn. I like it. I like having GPS. Even if you know where you're going and how to get there, having this is really nice. See, like, where's the turn? How sharp is that turn? And we know it's pretty sharp based off of that little mini map he's got. All right, probably kilometers per hour here. Going pretty good. Whoa. So he swerves. Yeah. He swerves into your lane, but good job switching over. Probably didn't see us. He was paying attention to that bicyclist or motorcyclist. I don't know. I can't tell. It's just a blur. But good job positioning yourself off to the left so that we don't get hit. Oof, that's a scary situation. Okay, having some fun, going a little fast in the area. There's the side of the vehicle. What are we going to do? Okay, find the right. There you go. Good job braking. Thankfully, we have good tires, good braking, good progressive braking. We're going to have to stop here. But it was a blind turn. And that person couldn't see you because we're probably going too fast, not anticipating us to be there. It's a mistake on the car driver's fault, but good job applying the brakes and getting yourself out of that bad situation. So kind of like what's going through his head is like, yeah, we're having some fun. Oh, crap, there's somebody there. They might go in the first available lane, so I'm going to stay here, but I'm going to apply the brakes, and I'm going to switch over because I thought they were going to stay in that first available lane. Oh, no, they're not in that first available lane. This keeps slowing down, and then now we can switch over. So good job on him. Slow it down, though. Slow it down. Good job on evading. If you're going fast, you're going to have to evade pretty fast, and beginner riders, evading fast is kind of scary. Whoa. Yeah, we're going to have to mute that just because it's probably copyrighted music. And so we're getting through here. What do we got? So we're applying the brakes. We're stuck right behind the bad space cushion, bad line of sight. Okay. Not a big deal. We're going to move on to that one. What do we got here? Somebody behind us? Something's going to happen. That truck's getting a little closer, but not a big deal. Got our wire hanging off. We switched lanes. Okay. We had a truck. Interesting. Anybody see what's happening here? Did he shine his brights? So no lights. Okay. Side of the vehicle. Hey, saw it, right? That's a orange stage situation. Let's see what happens here. Okay, applying the brakes. Stop shaking your heads. Give me some nausea. Make my dizzy. Toys R Us? Where's that at? Didn't they go bankrupt? I want to go visit. Oh, side of the vehicle pulling out. Good job not speeding through. Good job. Getting a little angry. Not a big deal. Okay, we got sharp left turn. What do we got here? Oh, we got somebody on our butt. Okay. This person seems to be a little angry. A little bit angry. Trying to find that content. Okay, they switched. They did that. So we just talked about that. If like you're off to the side, gives you an opportunity for someone to take part of your lane? Yeah, it is. So in this situation, that's a great question, and we get to see a visual of it. So if somebody does this, go ahead and do a little bit of progressive braking, because once you do that, you're slowing down slower than this flow of traffic, and they're just going to go ahead and take the lane. Not a big deal. That's why you keep your head on a swivel. Just let them have it. And then go ahead and increase your space cushion by slowing it down a little bit, then getting back to the flow of traffic speed. It never really bothers me. It's very rare, and you see it. That's like one of the first times I've seen it in a long time. All right, so, there you go. Position. There you go. You see how we were right here? So line of sight, position for safety, line of sight, space cushions, and escape paths. Right now, we have terrible line of sight. We have an escape path because our space cushion's really good. But if we're coming up to a stoplight, we're going to have to get kind of close. So right now, look at our line of sight. Our escape path is right in front of us. And then our space cushion, yeah, it's limited. But we have an escape and good line of sight. Oh, and then we stalled. Oh, no. We just stopped. Oh, he's going to help somebody. That's so nice.
Yeah.
That's what they're all waiting for. Oh, he's... I would almost say sit on that. I think that's a seat. And I'll push you across. Very nice of him. Very good. Hey, we got somebody else to help. So this is going to prevent an accident, and it's a good-natured gesture. It's an act of service. You're getting him safely across the road. He was probably going to have to wait there for a long time. And you have to think about it, is that somebody that age that having that issue with being ambulatory, having to stand up and wait for traffic to just be like clear, is going to take strength. It's going to constantly take strength, and before you know it, he's not even going to have the strength to cross. And I've been on calls like that where they just don't have the strength anymore because they're waiting, or they've been doing stuff and they're just in a situation where they just can't move or can't do it. And then we get a call to actually help because then they start having a medical emergency. So he probably prevented a medical emergency, helping him get across. And then really at the end of the day, at this point, it's now this guy's responsibility, the old guy, to get home. But that was a really nice gesture. I really like that. All right. So there we go. We have our first video of the day. We do this every Thursday around 12 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. We have a second video coming up. So make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. Go to the store and get 25% off on the digital drill booklet. But yeah, I'll see you on the next video.